Hi, this is Subhodeep, and in this video, I'm going to give you the solution for the last assignment, which is based on lists. So, you had to make a two-player game where both the players have to enter their choices, and then if both of the choices are 70% or more similar than that, then they win the game. Else, they lose. So that was the game. Now, for example, let's say there are two friends. Let's say me and my girlfriend Swarnali. Now, let's say this is my turn. Player 1, I'm player 1 and she's player 2. So for player 1, few set of questions are asked. Let's say the first question is, what is your favorite color? And I say red. Then the next question is, well, what is your favorite music genre? And I say metal, because I'm a guitarist. Well, that's a different topic, and maybe someday I will talk about it. And then the third question is, let's say, which animal would you like as a pet? So I would definitely love dogs because I'm a dog lover. And a few similar questions like these, like who's your favorite actor, who's your favorite singer, who's your favorite dancer, all those stuffs. So I would enter all my choices. Now my turn is over. The next turn is of her, right? So this is the turn of player 2. Now player 2 is Swarnali, and the same set of questions are asked again to her. Now the same set of questions are, what is your favorite color? So Anali says my favorite color is blue. What is your favorite pet? Which animal would you like as a pet? So she says I would like a cat. And then the question is asked, what is your favorite music genre? And she says, well, I love jazz, or let's say hip hop. Now these two choices will be matched, and based on this we have to calculate what is the percentage of the choices that are matched. So let's say our choices match by 70% or more than that, which is not in this case. So if that would have been the case, we would have won the game. But in this case, the match is less than 70% because all the answers are different. Actually, it is zero. We both said different answers, right? So our answers do not match in any condition, and so that's why we lose the game. Now, for practical demonstration, I will run the program once again to brush up your memory and to give you a basic overview how we would approach the problem and break it down and solve it. Okay, so let the game begin. Hey Python interpreter, help us out. Let's run it. Choices of game with love from Py-Volution. Game rules. Okay, well these things have to be printed, right? These things are just printed. Game starts now. So game rules. There are two peoples in the game. You need to enter the details that are asked. If both of your choices has 70% or more similar, then you guys are match. Game starts now. Player 1, it's your turn. What's your name? My name is Subhodeep. What is your favorite color? I say red. What is your favorite food? Burger. What is your favorite music genre? Metal. And which animal do you want as a pet? I want dog. What is your favorite TV show? Lucifer, of course. Now, my turn is over, right? It says player 2, now your turn. What's your name? My name is Swarnali. What is your favorite color? Let's say blue. What is your favorite food? Well, my favorite food is... Her favorite food is, I guess, momos. Momos. Let's keep it momo. What's your favorite music genre? Let's say pop. Which animal do you want as a pet? So it's a cat. And what's your favorite TV show? Lucifer. Oh well, Friends. Okay. Oops. Swarnali and Subhodeep. Oh well, Subhodeep and Swarnali have 0.0 choices in common. Game over. So we lose. Oh, that's really sad. Now let's run it again. Again, it starts. It says, "What's your name?" So again, my name is well. Subhodeep. What's your favorite color? Red. What's your favorite food? Let's say let's say pizza this time. Okay. What is your favorite music genre? Let's say rock. Which animal do you want as a pet? Dog. What's your favorite TV show? Sacred Games. Player 2, now your turn. What's your name? Swarnali. What's your favorite color? Let's say red. What's your favorite food? Pizza. What's your favorite music genre? Let's say hip hop. Which animal do you want as a pet? Let's say cat. Well, let's keep it cat. Which favorite TV show do you? Oh well, what's your favorite TV show? Sacred Games. Oh, it's not happening. Let's run it again. And this time my name is well. Let's TV show. Let's see for. What's your favorite color? Let's keep it all same. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite music genre? Well, not metal. Um, jazz. Which animal do you want as a pet? Dog. What's your favorite TV show? Lucifer. So it says congratulations. Shudhu and Swarnali have 80% choices in common. Game won. So this time we win. Now I want to show you a few of the aspects. So there is, you can see, the same set of questions are asked again, right? It is asked again. The same set of question is asked again. So what do you think? Should we write the code multiple times? Both of the times. So it's not good, right? So we will instead use a function. See, these are the same questions that are asked. So instead we will use functions. Now, as you can see, this is a print statement and we are clearly calculating 80% here. Okay, and we would do that obviously. So now let's code it out. Let's open our Sublime text and let's get started. Well, that was the solution actually. I'm building it, just watch me and code it out yourself. So now let's have a look at the program. So it says it starts with this choice is a game with love from let's copy this out. Let's copy this. And we just use a print statement. Well, first let's save it into list and we'll say assignment dot py. Now let's print. Let's give a f. Okay, well, f string, paste it out. What's happening here? Well, yeah, because that's it. So it starts from here, choices, a game with love from Py-Volution. And now let's have another look. So there is a new line. Game rules is a new line. Now just before game rules we say give me a new line, and then again new line. Oops. Again new line, and then again new line, and then again new line. Once more. And finally, I guess there's more. Yeah, there another new line. So these are new lines. Okay, now let's run it. So we get our starting menu. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now let's move on to the other section. So it says let's yeah. Player one, it's your turn. So this is a print statement. And how can we understand that? Because see, these things are different, right? Player 2, now your turn. Player 1, it's your turn. So these are basically print statements and nothing more. So again we use another print statement. Oh, we don't need this here because there is no calculation, right? Player 1, it's your turn. And then it calls the function because I told you the same code is repeatedly used. So this is a function. Now let's keep the function simple and let's keep it entry. Well, I haven't yet built the function, but we will build it together. So we call the function, and again print another statement. We say player 2, now, now your turn, right? And then we call the function again. So let's run it once again, and since these functions, we have not yet built these functions, so I will just comment it out so that it doesn't get executed. And I save it and I will run it, see what happens. Is there any fault? Yeah, there should be a gap in here, and there should be a gap in here. You know, it should be like this, right? It should be like this, and there should be a full stop. Perfect. Now it's time to go further. Now let's code out the function, and the function should be here. Well, you can keep it anywhere, but remember, before calling the function you must define the function, and you haven't yet defined it. So always define the function before calling it. So def entry, let's build the function, and you say, well, let's give some more space here. Yep. So now it asks me what's your name. I say Swarnali, and then you can see it clearly uses this name, right? See, it uses these names. So how can we get this? By using a variable. Now let's use a variable name input, and you copy it out. What's your name? right? And then what are the other things we need? Well, then we start asking the choices. Now the choices has to be stored somewhere, and this is where we will use lists. But before putting the choices into the list, we must have a empty list so that we can put the choices into it. So let the name of the list be choices. Okay, so it is a list. This is an empty list. As you can see, this is just an empty list. And now what we will do is we will put data into it. So what's the data? What's your name? This is the first data. Okay, what's your favorite color? This is the first thing we will put into the list, right? So we'll say choices dot append input. What's your favorite color? Now, do you remember what append does? Let's show it again. What append does? I hope you guys have seen that previous video, but still, let's show it again. So there is a list called choice, well, choices, and it is a empty list. Now, what if I say choices dot append and I say red? See what happens. See, now it contains the element red, right? And this is the first element. So append means put it, put whatever you pass inside this into this list. But have a look at this. Inside this we have said give me one input, and whatever that input will be, we will just pass it, right? So what is your favorite color? So now if I say my favorite color is red, so if I say my favorite color is red, red will replace this thing. So this will be red, and then this will be passed into this. And I will then, and don't really worry because I will show you using Microsoft Paint. And just like this, choices.append, I can say input. What's the next question? It's relatively simple. What's your favorite food? You put it. Okay, for that, put it here. What's your favorite color? Then again, choices.append input. And the next question is, what's your favorite music genre? I paste it here. First we will build it and then I'll demonstrate it using pictures and diagrams and all those things like I do. Which animal do you want as a pet? This is the next question. And the final question is, what's your favorite TV show? That's our final question. Well, that's it. Our questions round has completed. Is there something else we can do? Well, not much. Now let's calculate the percentage. Let's calculate the percentage here. Percentage equals, so it say we'll just calculate the percentage. So how many elements are inside these? How many questions are being asked that are put inside the list? So exclude this. This is not a question. This is just a introduction. So this will not be put into the list. As you can see, Name is just a variable. It is not a list, and it is never put in the list. So we won't count it. But then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 questions. That means there will be 5 elements in the lists. So we can calculate, you know, let's run a for loop for x in range, or well, not range, x in choices. For x in choices, we will go through every element. Well, let's not do it here. I will show you the reason later on. This is wrong. Okay, well, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Now all you have to do is return these. Why return these? Because you have to work with these things. Return name and this list choices, right? So name is this variable, you are returning this as well as this list. So you are returning the name of the person, which we will use here, okay? And then we are returning this list, which contains all the elements, all the answers of the questions, right? We are returning it. So once we return it, okay, let's uncomment it because this is a valid function. Now, since these are being returned, we must have a place to store these. So name is a variable, we know that. So we can say name, comma, choices equals to entry, because this function will return two things, name and choices. We need two, placeholders or two containers to store both of the things, right? So when this is returning, entry function is returning name. Well, you are storing this one into this, and then you're storing this one into this, because return statement always returns the things specified to the place from where it has been called. So entry function is called from line 14. Line 14 calls entry function, right? And now entry function returns two things. Now you must have things to hold the things that are returned by the function. So what are the things that are being returned? It is name and choices. So you need two things. First one is name and choices. You can name it anything you want. You can say, well, questions or anything you like. But I just keep it simple. I can say choices. And now the same thing, and because we have two things, two clears, we'll just say name one and choices one, and we will do the same thing for player two as well, right? That's what we will do. Add a new line here, add another new line here. That's it. Now we will check for choice, and well, for every choice choice 2, we'll just rename it 2 because this is for player 2. So for every choice 1 and choice 2, in we will use zip function and pass two things, choices 1 and choices 2. And do not get confused by these things, okay? Because you can see it is choice and this is choices. So this is a list, this one is passed into here, and this is also a list, which indicates, as you can see, it has been highlighted, okay? this one is passed into here. So zip function, the main function of zip is to, combine two lists, or you can say two iterables, right? Now we will check if choice 1 equal to choice 2, and that, this means that the choice has matched, our choices are similar, right? There is a choice counter plus equal to 1, and since we haven't defined choice counter variable yet, so let's define it. And we initialize with 0 as always, because it is a counter, and we will increment, or you can say increase, the value by 1 for every single time both of the choices matches, right? If you haven't watched my previous video, please go check it, and then you will understand zip in a much more detail, right? Now finally, if, well, there should be a percentage, and it should be choice count by 5. Why 5? Because there are 5 questions. Choice count by 5 divided by 100, because we have to calculate percentage, and I hope you guys know how to calculate percentage, because I have shown it in assignment 1 or 2, I guess, maybe it was 2. If percentage more than or equal to 70, and a good practice is to keep these in brackets, print so now what we'll have to print is, congratulations, Shubhodeep and Swarnali. Well, these are just names. So remember, these are names. This is percentage variable. So this is name 1, this is name 2, and this is the variable percentage. Okay, that's it. Let's just copy this. We just paste it, and we'll just remove this, this, and this, and we'll put name 1, name 2, and percentage, right? And finally we will say new line, I say game won. Else, let's see what happens if we lose the game. Oops, name 1 and name 2 have only percentage choices in common. Again, let's copy this out. Copy this. So we give a new line here, and we just simply remove this with percentage. Name 2 and name 1. That's it. And now let's run this, and let's see if this works properly or not. Let's copy file path. Let's run it here. CLS. Now Py and say, well, what's your name? Let's say, let's keep it short. And well, what's the short name? Well, let's say Ravi. What's your favorite color? Well, as you can see, there is no space here, so we will have to give a space here. So these are few bugs that will always be present in your program. So remember to test it again and again and again, and we will correct it. But let's see if the functionality works. What's your favorite color? And I say red. What's your favorite food? I say pizza. What's your favorite music genre? I say pop. Which animal do you want as a pet? I say, well, mouse. Which favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show? And this time let's say Iron Fist. Play to now your turn. What's your name? Let's say what's the short name? Let's say oh, John. Sorry, John. What's your favorite color? Let's say blue. And first let's see the wrong case. The case where the choices are not similar by 70 or more percent. Okay, so this is the lose case where the game they will lose the game. So what's your favorite food? And I say, well, my favorite food is burger. What's your favorite music genre? And I say it's, well, rock. Which animal do you want as a pet? Oh, well, it is cat. What's your favorite TV show? And it's the Punisher. What's your name? Oops. So there is a bug in our program. So these are very minor bugs. Why is it happening? What happened? Let's check it out. Let's check the code. What happened, man? Is there something wrong? Site? No, I guess. Oh, something is definitely wrong. Oops. 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 See, I have. No, no. I did this wrong. So let's close the program. Close it. Control C. We'll close it. Now fix it. This is how you solve a program. A program will never be perfect at the first instant, and if it is, then these things are rare. You will always have a few bugs in there. Now just add a space to it, else it will not look tidy. Well, that's it. Now let's run it again. CLS, run it again. What's your name? Again, Ruby. What's your favorite color? Red. What's your favorite food? Pizza. What's your favorite music genre? Rock. Dog. Friends. Your name. So the name is John. What's your favorite color? Green. What's your favorite food? Rice. What's your favorite music genre? Pop. Which animal do you want as a pet? I say hamster. What's your favorite TV show? Luke Cage. So as you can see, oops, Robbie and John have 0.0 choices in common. Now there should be a percentage here. So there is another bug, and again there is a space missing. So now let's fix those things. So now we'll put a percentage in here because this will look good, right? And add a new line here. That's it. Yep. Now we have seen the lose case. Now let's see the win case. So what's your name? My name is Deep. What's your favorite color? So green. What's your favorite food? Well, pasta. Favorite music genre? Classical. Which animal do you want as a pet? Horse. What's your favorite TV show? It is it is arrows. Arrow. Now your turn, and let's speed because the reverse of deep is speed. Haha. What's your favorite color? Blue. What's your favorite food? Um, let's say I love sharks. What's your favorite music genre? And it is rock. Which animal do you want as a pet? Now let's give something similar. Horse, and let's say arrow. Oops, deep and peed only 40% choices in common. Game over. So as you can see, it is working fine, right? Now let's see the win case. Now for the win case, I will go with the name deep again. So what happened? Dude, what happened? Well, anyways, so we had missed the space in here. Well, we'll fix it. These are just minor bugs. Just red, pizza, rock, dog, Lucifer, peed, red, pizza, rock, dog, friends. Congratulations, Deep and Pete have 80% choices in common. Game on. So well, it is working perfectly fine. Now, there is another thing I want to show. The thing which is hidden and which you guys are not familiar with. Now, let's see the case where I give the same choices but in different case. See, let's see what happens. What's your name? Let's Deep. What's your favorite color? Red. What's your favorite food? These. What can you say? Burger. What's your favorite music genre? Well, I'm let's keep it rock. What do you want as a pet? Well, dog. Um, friends. What's your name? Pete. Red. Favorite food? Well, burger. Favorite music genre? See, we are giving the same thing, but in a different, in different cases. We are using different cases. So let's rock. Dog. What's your favorite TV show? As you can see, oops, Deep and Pete have only 0.0% choices in common. Game over. But I have given the same thing. This is red. This is also red. This is burger. This is also burger. This is rock. This is dog. This is also rock and this is also dog and this is friends and this is also friends. But we are using different cases. So now how can we solve this? Let's check out our another interpreter, Python interpreter. Help us out, show us the light. So now let's say we have a string. We have a red string and we have another red string. Now, are they same? False. They are not the same. But if we convert, let's say I can do this instead. I can convert this thing into, lower. So this is the method. See, it becomes red. So this is a method of string, which I will show you in greater detail when we study strings. But for now, remember we can do this lower, or we can also do this, red. Let's keep it red and say upper. Oops, oops, oops. See, it becomes red. All uppercase. Right? Anyways, so how can we make this equal? Red. Now, these are false, but if I say red dot lower, see, it becomes true. Why? Because the red dot lower will give me red. Okay, all small cases, and this is already in small cases, and thus it gives us true. So now we do not know in which format the user will give input. The user may say red, all capital letters or all uppercase. The user may say red. The user may say well, red. The user may also say red, or the user may say red, something like that. But whatever is the case, if I say red and say lower, it becomes red. If I say well, all lower, if I say well, all lower, and I say again. So as you can see, using lower method, this lower method will you know give all the lowercase letters. Lower stands for lowercase. So whatever you give, it doesn't matter. It will convert them into lowercase. So these are lower cases, right? All lower cases. Now, if I say red dot lower equal to red dot lower, so these are different, right? This is different, this is different, and this is different. But if I use lower functions, see what I get. I get true. That means these are equal, right? How can this be equal? Because red dot lower also gives this, and this one also gives this. So is red equal to red, and it gives us true, right? So during comparison, we have to lower it. So this is where we are actually comparing things. So if choice dot one dot lower and again lower, then only you can do this, right? So now let's give the same thing again. Let's save it. Let's clear the output. Well, let's not clear the output. Let's run it again. My name is deep red food genre dog, and let's say arrow speed. My favorite color is red. It's pizza. It's rock. It's dog. It's arrow. See, still it says congratulations, Deep and Ped have 100% choices in common. Now the case doesn't matter. Whatever I give, it becomes lowercase, and once it becomes lowercase, we are actually comparing it, and we get the true, right? So this is the program. Now what I will do is I will demonstrate this program using Microsoft Paint. Now if you have understood the whole program, you can stop the video, and if you want to understand it in a graphical way, stay with me because I'm going to show this using Paint, right? So let's open Paint. Now for Paint, I say, well, I need this, well, this one actually. And let's decrease it. Okay, that's take us. And that's it. Well, it's a problematic thing. How can I show this now? Well, let's have a screenshot here, and then I will show you. Okay, close this. This is not working because this is a big code. So now let's have a screen capture here. Okay, let's have a screen capture. That's it. Now let's take this from this one to, well, this one. Okay, because that's what you need. That's it. And I open it in image editor. I need a pen. Drop freehand. Yeah. Line thickness. I need some more thickness. Let's see. Oops. Not good. So now let's decrease the size. Yeah, that's good. So the program starts from here. Print choices, blah blah blah. Well, is the heading. Now we have to understand this thing. Okay, this thing, this function. So the first line that is printed is this thing. Print player one, it's your turn. Then we call this function entry. Now when we call this function, the function starts executing from this line. This line. Now it asks for input, what is your name, and we say my name is Shoaib. Okay, then what it does is it initializes an empty list, and a list without any elements. Now in this, in choices.append, well, is there a freehand? Well, yep. Well, choices.append input, what is your favorite color? Now if I say it is, well, red, if I say it is red, okay, so my favorite color is red, right? Now red will be put inside this list. Okay, red will be the first element. So now, so we have our list, and the first element is red. This is the first element. Now for the second question we ask choices.append input, what is your favorite food? Now remember this, whatever we ask, whatever we pass inside these brackets, these brackets will be you know will be put into this list. So now input, what's your favorite food color, what's your favorite food? So this is the function that gets executed, and we enter, our favorite food color is, well, pizza. Okay, so that's our favorite food. Now once we enter pizza here, it replaces whatever it is inside this one. Okay, it replaces this. This is replaced by this one, this pizza, right? Now once it is, now inside this, well, let me remove this. This is not there. This is inside this. Okay, now pizza will be put into the list. So now the second element is pizza, right? So it is pizza. Okay, now the third thing we ask is choices dot append input. What's your favorite music genre? And well, again we say, let's say pop. Pop. Okay, I'm really sorry for my handwriting. So we say pop. Once we enter pop, whatever is inside, well, whatever is inside this is replaced with this thing, pop. So we basically say choices dot append and we give this pop. Okay, so that means pop will be entered into this list as well, into this choices, right? Now the third element is pop. Okay, now the next question or the next code is choices dot append input which animal do you want as a pet. Now this is a function, right? And it is an input function, and I say let's say dog. So we want dog as a pet. Now dog, this string replaces whatever it is inside, so that means this is no more. This is no more, this line is no more. It is directly replaced by this dog, by this word. Okay, that means I say choices dot append dog. That means dog will be entered into the list as well. So now the fourth element is dog. Now the final question is choices dot append input what is your favorite TV show. And well, let's make a show, let's say ABC. Well, ABC is a show. So now ABC replaces whatever it is inside this. Okay, now that means, sorry, that means I say I say choices dot append ABC. Now ABC is added into this list as well. So that means the last element is ABC. And that's it. There's no more questions. Okay, now we say return, that means give back name and choices. So name is basically this one over here, and choices is this list. And now this list contains 5 elements, right? This is the list. Now where to return, from where it has been called. It has been called from line number 14, right? Now we will return both of these things into line number 14. So this entry gives you name, throws this one and this one into line 14. Now you need something to hold these, right? So for to hold, well, let me clear this. To hold this name variable, you need a variable. Let's say name1, and you can name it whatever you want. And to hold this list, you need another list, which is choices1, right? And the same thing happens. Let me just remove. Same thing happens here also. So entry, the entry function will give back name and choices for player 2, and it will be stored inside name2 and choices2. So this is a variable, this is a variable, and this is a list. So it is stored. Now we declare a count variable, and the name of the count variable is choice count, and the purpose is to count the number of matches. Okay, the number of matches. Now I say we run a loop for choice 1, choice 2. In zip, choices 1, choices 2. So we combine two lists, that is choices 1, that means this list, the list for player 1, right? So choices 1, and we combine choices 2, which is the list for player 2, right? And for every element you will get two elements, right? Because there are two lists, so that means you will get two elements. So for the first element you say the name of the first element is choice 1, and the name of the second element is choice 2, because choice 1 is coming from choices 1 list and choice 2 is coming from choices 2 list. So these are individual element, these are not lists, these are individual elements. Okay, every element of the list. Okay, now it checks if choice 1 dot lower equal to choice 2 dot lower. That means we just convert whatever it is, whatever the element is, into lowercase. So we convert the first element, that is the element from the list choices 1, that is the choices of player 1, and then the choices of player 2. We take each of them, we convert them into lowercase so that both are equal, and then after converting into lowercase, if they are equal, that means we can safely say that this is a match, and we increase the counter. Now after counting, we calculate the percentage using this formula. Choice count by 5, and why 5? Because we know there are only 5 questions, right? There are only 5 questions. So that's why we give 5. And choice count is the number of matches we have. And then we multiply it by 100 to get the percentage. And then you can understand the rest of. If percentage is more or equal to than 70, then you win, else you lose. It's that much simple. Uh, well, that was it. I hope you guys understood. Now that was the solution. And if you couldn't understood, please try it on your own. And trust me, you will understand. Because remember, a function can return multiple things. In Python, obviously, in Python, a function can return multiple things. If you're coming from C or C++ background, you may not be familiar with this concept. But in Python, a function has the capability to return multiple things using the return statement. And to hold multiple things, you need multiple placeholders or multiple variables or multiple containers, whatever you say. So if I say I'm giving you salt and sugar, will you take one container to hold these? Nope, right? You will take two containers, one for holding sugar and one for holding salt, right? So that's what I'm doing in line 14 and 15. I'm taking two containers to hold two things that are thrown by this function to me. These things are being thrown, are being given to me, and to hold two things we need two containers. That's what we're doing. So that's what it is, guys. And I hope this video is not that long. So see you in the video, in the next video. And the next video will be on tuples. So tuples are just like lists, but a little bit different, and you can do few interesting things with them also. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Till then, goodbye, and yeah, good night as well. Namaste.